Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this video. I'm Michael Mulgrew, President of United Federation of Teachers. It's September 17th, and before today, we were looking at a school opening on Monday where we knew we were going to be unsafe, where we knew we didn't have personal protective equipment at every site, where we knew we were having challenges with contact tracing and positive COVID tests, with the timeliness of all those results and resolution to all the contact tracing. We knew we had chaos in terms of our schedules, not enough teachers, not enough staff, teachers being assigned crazy numbers of teachers, both in person, crazy number of students, both in person and remotely. And we were also still dealing with all the effects of budget cuts and the fact that the city has been telling us and every other city, every other union that we're looking at thousands and thousands of layoffs because of the economic recession we're in. But tonight, because of your advocacy, because what you have done, what we have all done together from March on advocating for a real plan where every school, if it was in place, could be safe. And then from last Tuesday, when we opened up, we all came back to our buildings, everyone's saying, we're going to check everything. We're holding everyone accountable. We want our children back in, but we're not allowing them back in until each school has everything it's supposed to have so that we're safe. And yet you're following the plan that our independent medical experts said we needed to have. And then last Wednesday, standing in front of a District 75 site, who had no PPE delivered, whose schools had not been cleaned since last March. And those teachers sat on the sidewalk all day planning, despite their school being completely ignored. They sat on that sidewalk and planned to keep their children safe and plan on how they were going to help them with the instruction that they needed, but more importantly, with the love and care that they knew they needed to deliver on behalf of their students. We have stood up in every single borough and proven between photos and demonstrations and letters and emails and proven to everyone that what we're doing is fighting for our school system and our children, fighting for them to be safe, fighting for ourselves to be safe, and fighting for all our families to be safe. We want to do our work. We need to be safe. We want the Department of Ed to be held accountable for doing what they're supposed to be doing. The days of them coming in and telling schools what to do and not there to say, we're here to help you do what you need to do are over. They're over. We all have to do this together. It's not my job is no longer words that can be uttered at DOE Central. This journey has gone so long and we still have more to go. But today we get to say that we're phasing in responsibly. Does that mean everything's ready? Absolutely not. Does that mean we still have to continue our advocacy? Absolutely it does. The mayor has said the only way we're going to open up this school system safely is that we're going to have to figure out how to pay for it. And he has opened up the city to saying, the funding, we have to find the funding to open our schools safely. We have to make sure they have all the supplies, everything else that they need. We have to now say we have to be able to hire staff. Thousands and thousands of teachers need to be hired in order for us to open our school system safely. We cannot do snow day. We can't put all the kids in the auditorium. So starting on Monday, we're going to phase in. We're going to have our pre-K and 3K sites as well as our District 75 sites opening up. And to our District 75 colleagues, for any of us who have been fortunate enough to work inside of this phenomenal district in our careers, what you did last week, last Tuesday, last Wednesday, last Thursday, keep pushing out the stories of what was happening in District 75. It became clear to everyone again, the DOE was doing business as usual, pointing fingers at somebody else whose fault it was. But it was clear because we told them all summer, you're going to forget or you're going to do your normal routine and District 75 is going to be forgotten and ignored. And you advocated and you brought forth all of those different issues that were going on inside of your sites. And when the parents saw what was going on, especially our District 75 parents, they rose up once again and said, enough is enough. We have had it. Our children have been hurt more than anybody else, any other students in this school system. We're not talking about learning loss. We're talking about regression. And you need to get your schools open, because our kids love their teachers, their paraprofessionals. They love going to school, but we need our schools open and we need them to be safe. So enough is enough. And that message and that advocacy from you and from all of those parents was heard loud and clear. And I know some folks are saying, why are we going first? Because those parents and those students need this more than anything else. And we know they need their schools open more than anyone else. But now just think about this. Since this morning, we're getting reports from all over District 75, deliveries of PPE, the mayor himself on the phone saying, what else do we have to do to make sure that everything is in place for District 75, our neediest school district? Look at where we were before today. Budget cuts, threats of layoffs. And today we're at, here's the funding you need to open the school system. This city is saying, we understand the school system is the most important thing. Now we have to put our dollars on the barrelhead and let's make it happen. We still have a long way. It's not a long way to go on the safety. And that's why it's so important that as we go remote this Monday for all students except District 75 pre-K and 3K, we have to be the eyes and ears and make sure that everything is being put into place properly. We got to remain vigilant with wearing our mask and our social distancing. But what happened today in the middle of this pandemic was all because of you and your advocacy. But more importantly, it's the passion that you all bring to your jobs. Our school system was hurt more than anyone else. Really was. But I think that also is what is driving us now more than any other school district. I know I hear it all the time. New York City has the lowest positivity rate. It's easy for you to open. It's not easy to open a school anywhere. Let's be honest with each other. But after what we went through, it's harder here than I think anywhere else. But we also have made that promise and commitment that we're going to make sure it's right for each and every one of us, our students and their families. And I know that drives the people who hate us, who hate public education, who have attacked teachers' unions for decades. And I see them in our work with the American Federation of Teachers. I see them trying to take advantage of this crisis to once again go after teachers, go after public education. They're not just trying to harm it. In many places, they're trying to get rid of it outright. And when they see us struggle like this, they're betting that we're going to fail. And I know we're not going to fail. As long as we can keep that positivity rate down in our city, we're going to do what needs to be done to keep us safe and our school community safe. Because we are the guardians. We have always been the guardians of our school system. We are the ones who cherish our students and have always looked after them. We are the ones who spent countless hours over this shutdown, talking to, working with, caring for not just our students, but also their families. And that's what these people who hate us are trying to snuff out. And we're never going to allow that. So I thank you all. God bless you all. And let's just stay vigilant and be there and always, always be there for each other. God bless.